Alrighty, beautiful humans. We're gonna go ahead and get started. And I am so grateful to see each and every one of you. Saturday service is a way for us to align with, here's our favorite word, equanimity, purity, the joy. What's that? Dang it, Steph. Just look it up. Purity, the joy of who we really are at our core. I find that when we connect with, like-minded, high-frequency souls, it's a really beautiful opportunity to, again, connect more with who we really are. And today, we have a fascinating topic. We're going to talk about the energy of true attraction. Now, on the outside, that might seem like slightly superficial. We're at like Saturday service. We call Saturday service like a church-like community gathering experience. And here we are, we're like, let's focus in on attraction. How to begin to harness high levels of attraction. So before we get into that topic, again, one of my favorite aspects of Saturday service is being amongst you bright, brilliant souls. So if you are new and you feel called to share your name and where you're from, raise your hand. You're new, okay. New, okay. So for those that are new, okay, we have a really cool opportunity for you today. We, towards the end, do intuitive readings. So like little mini intuitive reads. You're like, I'm about it, I'm in. Little mini intuitive reads. So you guys are gonna have an opportunity for me to read you. And if you are new and don't know much about me, I am an intuitive healer. I basically read people's energy for a living. I developed a skill set that allows me to look at your life from a bird's eye view and identify the emotional imbalance or the needle in a haystack blockage that is creating your biggest challenge in life. There are reasons, like attracting what you desire it is a math equation. And so I'm able to look at what part of the equation is missing that's not allowing you to get what you're asking for. So we're gonna look at that today for those that are new. We'll do a couple other reads for those that have been here as well. And so we'll start with those that are new. You're gonna share your name, you're gonna go fun fact about you, and then something you're looking to gain from out of this experience. Today we're focusing on a really fun topic, a topic that I find pretty captivating, and it is understanding the energy of true attraction. What do you guys think? What are other ways to describe attraction? What do you guys think? Where do you think I'm going with this today? What are other ways to describe attraction? If attraction is an energy, right? Attraction allows us to attract, create a life that we desire. It allows us to be drawn to certain experiences, to certain people, things of that nature. What do you guys think attraction is in its essence? Say it again? Magnetism. Magnetism, yes. You guys are like way over there at the... You guys can come closer if you want. You guys are totally welcome to come. Yeah. What else you guys got?
I keep hearing authenticity.
Authenticity. Yes, this is great. What else we got? Chris. Nice. You just saved Chris. Aligned energy. Great. What do all these things have in common? Authenticity, aligned energy, magnetism. What do all these things have in common? Well, the truth is, harnessing a high level of attraction is harnessing a high level of like. It is harnessing a high level of like for your life. We are all broadcasting what science would call an electromagnetic field, right? The heart broadcasts the greatest electromagnetic field of any organ in the body. And this is something that is a part of something larger known as the creator field. The creator field is all of our energy that we are emanating out into the furthest reaches of the ethers that is creating our reality. So anything that we attract into our life, yes or no, is it a direct reflection of our relationship with the self and the different areas of our life? Yes, absolutely. So the question is, what is attraction? How do we harness attraction? Whether that be physical attraction, whether that be energetic attraction. Well, your physical body is energy. Think about this. Your physical body is energy. So really, it is all energy. And understanding the laws of this universe have absolutely changed my life, because when we understand these laws of the universe, we can begin to understand that any aspect of our life that we are not attracted to is simply reflecting where we feel a lack of attraction in our own lives. That is simply where this comes down to. Now, we have these 8 different areas of our life. We talk about these 8 areas of life literally each week. These 8 areas of life. And those 8 areas of life, they have their own 8 areas of life. And those 8 areas of life have their own 8 areas of life. And so, the list goes on and on and on. So we have hundreds of areas of life. And so this is where it becomes a little bit challenging, where On the outside, we may feel like we consciously feel like we are in like or in love with our lives. Maybe we're going, you know, I do like my physical body. Maybe I like, but when we look through the intuitive lens, we can see maybe there's certain aspects of the physical form that the resistance has compounded and grown so large that we're almost numb to, and we don't even realize that we have a lack of love for this aspect of the self. Maybe the dynamic that we have with certain family members. Well, if we are disliking, okay, a certain dynamic between us and our family, it's gonna cause a dislike in our energy field, and it's gonna cause us to feel a lack of attraction to the self. One of the greatest teachers that we have on this planet is the physical form. The physical form is reflecting our relationship with the self and the relationship with the 8 different areas of our life. So things like intuition have everything to do with your hair. Your hair and intuition, they are correlated, right? Your knees have to do with flexibility. So if you're feeling not so flexible in a certain area of your life, maybe you're not feeling flexible in regards to how you engage with your social life, not feeling flexible in regards to your career, whatever it may be, eventually this resistance is going to compound and it may manifest in the physical form. And it all starts in the energetic first. It first starts off in the energetic, and then eventually this stuff starts to catch up to the physical body and it starts to affect your energy. And one thing that, I experience a lot, and I don't know how many of you guys can relate to this, is I spent a lot of my life, if something didn't work out, I don't care if it was me wanting to, in 6th grade, having a crush on a girl and wanting to be in a relationship at 6th grade, whatever, right? Wanting her to crush on me back. I don't care if it was one of the first times I was looking to have some momentum in my business. The list goes on, whatever it may be. I used to take it really personal. I thought, man, there's something about me. And there's this rejection wound that would flare up. I don't know how many of you guys can relate to this, probably all of you, which is something doesn't work out, maybe a job opportunity, maybe, again, it's maybe just to be friends with somebody. Maybe you reach out to someone, you text them, and they simply just don't reply. You're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's your deal, right? And as spiritual beings, there's a part of us that have this understanding of okay, I'm here, to create a life that's in accordance with my spirit self. I create my reality. I'm responsible in some way. But still, there's a part of us that takes it personal. It's there's something unattractive. There's something unlikable about me. And what I have found to be the greatest catalyst for soul evolution, for an alignment with who we really are, is beginning to see that life, and we were just talking about earlier, was it with you, with the math equation? Talk to somebody. What I found wildly beneficial to understand is that life is no different than a math equation. And if something isn't working out, there's an ingredient, there's a variable that is simply missing. It has nothing to do with your inherent high level attraction levels. I want to give you guys a little bit of a secret here. Physical attraction, okay, has everything to do with how one feels about their physical body. That is it. And some of you might be going, well, Nikki, no, I've seen people out there in the world, this type of beauty standard, objectively is attractive. And people are beautiful in their own ways, but if you don't live up to that beauty standard, then it's not beautiful. I want to break this down for you guys so you have some understanding of this, okay? This is really beneficial to understand, okay? We're getting juicy here. Have you ever seen a photograph of somebody from way back in the day that maybe was famous? And technically you see them as pretty, but you're I don't know if they would ever be seen as the most beautiful person ever in today's day and age, right? Here's what happens, right? This is the reason why someone is seen as physically beautiful. This is one of the main reasons, okay? Is that if someone becomes some sort of has some sort of notoriety, becomes some sort of celebrity in the world, like a Marilyn Monroe, whatever it may be, it's not even that Marilyn Monroe necessarily had a really great relationship with her physical form, but she had a belief that the right kind of photograph or her portrayed in this certain way on film looked really good. So she was emotionally rooted to, I'm attractive in this scenario. That photograph, that movie, that film was broadcasted out into the world. Other people began to absorb this belief that however she looked, that is the beauty standard and that is what's beautiful. So all these other people that didn't live up to that beauty standard, they begin to look at their physical features. And it's not that they weren't beautiful or the world wouldn't see them as beautiful. It's that they went, wait a minute, I don't live up to the beauty standard. If we're using like Marilyn Monroe for an example, I must be unbeautiful, I must be unattractive, and it caused them to dislike aspects of their physical form. An ant is biting me. Anyway, thanks. So basically what I'm getting at here, the question is like, okay, it's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? What comes first? Like someone not being attractive or not feeling physically attractive, okay? Because we're talking about sort of both components here. It's energetic attraction, but also harnessing a physical attraction. The truth is, the world can see you as attractive, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and physically, but it requires a high level a high level appreciation for all aspects of you. This includes your physical body. This includes your day-to-day activities. This includes being attracted to Milo. What's up, Milo? This includes an attraction for the way you participate in activities, the way that your body moves, and all these other things. And the truth is, this is really just tip of the iceberg information. But if you guys can begin to prioritize this in your life right now, make this the priority, make it the highest value in your life, you will begin to see things begin to shift. Now the question is, what do I make a priority in my life? Well, start to ask yourself this question. What is something in my life that I don't feel like